So thank you all participants for joining today's session. Before we start, hope everybody got their notebook and pen ready. If yes, please say yes in the chat box, then we'll get started. Okay, great. So, Kavya, if anybody is joining, please allow them in the meeting so that they'll get started.
Sure, sir.
Okay, and this is the first session of the whole series. We are planned almost about 10 to 12 sessions to conduct in the next 1 or 2 months. Overall, there will be 10 to 12 sessions we are going to conduct on a different topics. This is the first session. How are you feeling? Are you all excited to learn something new or learn something fresh and which you can use it for in the future. A lot of new things we are going to share in this series. Are you all excited? I need more response in the chat box so that yes, great. Okay. So before we start, as usual, there's a disclaimer. These kind of sessions are used only for education purpose, so it's not an investment advice. Please discuss with your financial advisor before taking any investment decisions. This is the disclaimer. Now let us get started with the session. I would like to ask this question. How much money do you need for a comfortable life? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ? Can I see some answers in the chat box? So this is going to be a very interactive session. It's not going to be mono this thing. Okay. Sir says 1 lakh per month. Any other answers? I think we have about 10 participants joined. Right. So depends on lifestyle. Yes, correct. Others, they can also participate. If you don't know, you can say, don't know. I don't know how much money I need. Or if you say some lump sum amount, okay. Somebody says 10 crores. Very good. How much money you need for a comfortable life? Not only today, for the rest of life. I request everyone to mute. Please interact in the chat box only. After answering the first question, now my second question is, what will you do when you get this money? What are the things you want to do with that money? Suppose one participant said 10 crores. Let's say you're praying or you're doing meditation under the tree, and God said, okay, how much money do you need? Let's say you're asking 10 crores or 20 crores or 100 crores. God said, okay, I'll give you this money. Now, with this money, what you're going to do? What are the things you can do with this money? You want to buy a car, or you want to buy a home, or you want to start a new business. Okay, somebody says travel across the world. Very good. So retire from work and spend time with family. Great. Any other answers? Lot of things we can do, right? When you get a lump sum amount, when we get a huge amount, we can do a lot of things. As somebody said, like, I can travel across the world, or I want to, retire from my active income and earn passive income and lead a happy life, or I want to, start a new business and give more employment to the public. So many things we can do. Any other answers? So retire and travel, make one foreign trip every year. Okay, great. Yes. So first we need to know how much money is required for a comfortable life. Second thing is what are the things we can do when we get this money. So this is the basic thing. Like first session, the first and foremost is foundation. We should know about our money resources, how much money we are getting, how much money is required, how much money we can spend, how much money we can invest, how much money we can donate, or how much money we can pass on to the next generation. So the basic foundation is about the money. Okay. So, for example, somebody said, I want to travel around the world. Okay. If I dig deeper, okay, if I ask them one more question, if you want to travel around the world, how many countries you want to see in how many years? For example, let's say I want to see at least 10 different countries in next 10 years. Maybe I want to visit UK, USA, Australia, Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia. You make a list of 10 countries, and in the next 10 years I want to travel around these countries and enjoy my time with family in this vacation. So that is, we are coming down to a little bit of specific thing. Now if I dig more deeper, okay, uh, which countries you want to visit in which year. For example, in 2026 I want to go to Australia. In 2027 I want to go to Dubai, or 2028 I want to go to Canada, like that. Every which year we want to go to which country, and for that particular travel how much money it cost. Suppose if I want to travel Australia, how many days? Maybe 10 days or 12 days or a week. I need about 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs amount for for me to enjoy that travel. So that's called travel budget. Or if I want to travel to Singapore, Malaysia for 1 week, I might need around 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs amount per person, something like that. So, for overall travel around the world project, how much money is required? We have to have a proper calculation, proper uh, planning, correct? Unless until we do a specific calculation, we'll not come to know how much money is required for which country and how much money is required for what kind of travel, whether I'm going to travel via economic class or business class, where I'm going to stay, whether I'm going to stay in a five-star hotel or a homestay, and which are the places I want to see, how much money is required for each and every places to enjoy. Okay, this is the thing required. So the second question again, after once we dig deeper about all these locations or all this travel plan and everything, I'm just taking an example of travel plan. It could be anything else also. Okay, it could be your other goals. It can be your financial freedom goal. It can be your starting a new business goal, or it can be a what is it, the donation. You want to donate this much of money, or you want to start a school to educate many students, or you want to build an hospital for many people. Okay. The end goal can be anything, but we should know exactly how much money, how much amount is required, so that we can start working towards that goal. Once we know how much money is required, now the second question is what time. Suppose somebody said, I need at least 10 crores. Okay. I would like to ask, in how many years, or in how many days, or in how many months you want to accumulate that amount of money. Suppose my goal is, let's say, short term, within a year, or within a 2 years, or within a 3 years. Then after 3 years, what is that amount required? And uh, when I'm going to achieve that? So that time period is important. If it is a long term goal, let's say 10 years goal, 10 years, this much of amount I want to accumulate over the period of 10 years. So what is that I should do to in order to reach that particular amount? So time plays very, very important role. Last but not the least, what are the assets that will help me to reach that amount? For example, one person said, I want to accumulate 1 crore. Let's say I want to accumulate 1 crore in, let's say, in 3 years or 4 years. Okay. To achieve that 1 crore, where my money has to be parked so that it will grow and I can reach that 1 crore or 2 crore target. So that is also important, right? For that, what we need? So now, first we decided how much amount is required, what is my financial goal. Second thing, for that financial goal, how much money is required. Third thing is, what is the time period? How much time it requires for me to accumulate that much amount? We have to be very realistic. Suppose, let's say I want to accumulate 5 crores. 5 crores, with respect to your current situation, to reach that 5 crores, how much time is required, or how to, how much time is actually practically possible for me to reach that amount, so that within that time period, I reach my financial goal. Then to reach that financial goal, how my portfolio should be there. Correct? Typically, when I say portfolio, what comes to your mind? What are the things or what are the assets comes to your mind? Can I see some answers? So far, so good. Any questions? So now I request everyone to note down in their notebook, open their notebook. First, write down any three important goals which are very important for you. So it can be a constructing a house, or it can be starting a business, or it can be building a retirement corpus, whatever it might be. Write down three important goals in your notebook or in your diary. First, write down the goal. If anybody wants to type in the chat box, they can type once they complete it. Now, don't worry about the amount required. Just type what is that goal you want to accumulate. Whether you want to construct a house, or whether you want to start a business, or whether you want to make a philanthropy, like you want to donate some money, whatever it is. Just write down. Very good. Somebody is sharing. Very good. Construct a house and retirement corpus. Once everybody is written, just say done in the chat box. Even though there are only 10 to 12 participants, I want everybody to take away this learning. So this is the foundation. Once the foundation is strong, then rest of the things I'm sure it'll have a good smooth journey. Super, super. So now you written the goal. Once the goal is written, next thing is what you're supposed to do is, when do you want to achieve that goal? Suppose, let's say, one of the participants shared they want to construct a house and they want to have a retirement corpus. In front of that, year you have to write. What is that year or what is the date? In fact, if it's date, it will be great. For example, 24th May 2028, I want to have this much of money required for my house. It will be more specific. Super. Construct a house and retirement corpus in 5 years. Very good. So you can write down the road goal, the time. So now we know what are my three important goals and the dates or year where I want to achieve, which year or which month or which date I want to achieve. Now, till these two steps done, are you all done with these steps? Anybody has any questions? Need some more time? Super, sir. Super. Move to 3 BHK by 2030. Super. So there are three things in that goal. One is what I want to do. Suppose if I take the last example, sir is very specific that they need 3 BHK house by 2030. So to reach that, what is that? The third one is what is that amount, approximate amount, whether if he wants to buy it in Bangalore, let's say 3 BHK, whether it is a independent house or a villa or a flat, how much money is required? Maybe like 2 crores or 3 crores or 1.5 crores, depending on his this thing. He can write that amount also. First, the goal, the second is date, and third is the amount, approximate. We can write on approximate, no problem. Now, let us write it whatever we know. Then we will dig deeper and how we can fine tune that amount. Hope everybody has written. Right. Okay, super, super. Now we'll continue our discussion. So now we know what is our financial goal. Now we know what is the time period. Now we know exactly how much money is required. Okay, as per my wish or as per my goal. The last most important thing is how do we build a investment portfolio? So now I'll repeat my question. When I say investment portfolio, what all it consists of? What are the things it will have? Either you can put it in the chat box or you can say unmute and say as per this thing. When you hear about investment portfolio, what all the things it will have? Correct. Shares, yes. Real estate, mutual fund, very good. Any other answers? FD, mutual fund, real estate, LIC, very good, very good. I'm getting some very good answers. But I need participation from each and everyone. Only few people are participating. The more you participate, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you implement. The more you implement, the more you grow. As simple as that. So now we'll see what are the things a portfolio will have. Basically, there are four things: equity, debt, real estate, and commodities. When I say equity, it can be your shares, it can be your stocks, or some through mutual funds, some through direct equity, your ESOPs, RSU. All these things comes under equity. Correct? When I say debt, debt is nothing but even your bank FD is also a debt. You are giving loan to the bank. A bank fixed deposits, postal savings, provident funds, EPF, NPS, all these things comes under debt and equity. Now commodity, you can take gold or silver, whether it is a gold silver ETF or whether it's a gold silver mutual fund or it's a bullion or it's a jewelry, physical gold, biscuit, whatever it is, all gold, silver, all your things comes under commodities. And the last but not the least is real estate. In real estate, you can think of flat, you can think of plot, or you can think of a farmland, or you can think of a open land, like a farmhouse or something. Whatever you take, it comes under real estate. These are the four main important assets where our portfolio can be built or our portfolio can be constructed. It needs to be constructed. It's not built. It needs to be constructed step by step. Do you all agree? Any other asset you think which I have not covered or which is not under these four assets? Any other investment you think which is not covered under this investment, you can mention. It will help me to learn also. Okay, somebody says crypto. Very good. Okay, great. So now the next step is building a sustainable financial portfolio. Okay, sustainable, strong portfolio. Here, one thing we should know that investment should be bifurcated from our personal assets. We should not club our personal assets and our investments. Suppose I have a house where I live, that is not my asset. It is for my personal use. Suppose I have a gold. Of course, you can use that gold to raise a fund or something, but gold is basically ornament or something which I wear it whenever I have a festival, whenever I have occasion, I'll wear it. That's a personal asset. It should not be come as a investment. Whereas if you buy a ETF or if you buy a gold, e-gold, then that's called investment. So we have to ensure that we are not mixing them, we are separating them so that exactly we know how much corpus we need to accumulate and which are the assets are helpful in building that portfolio. So I'll take an example. Let's say I want to accumulate 10 crores. Okay. This is my target. Once I accumulate this 10 crores, the 10 crores will it will help me in generating a passive income month on month, year on year. The corpus will also grow. I'll also enjoy the interest. For example, at the beginning of the session, somebody said I need 1 lakh per month, like that. Similarly, suppose from the 10 crores, even if I withdraw, let's say 2 lakh or 3 lakh a month, uh, in a year, I withdraw, let's say around 24 lakhs or 36 lakhs, still my corpus will keep growing. I can, comfortably live in this thing. Okay, somebody says, okay. Now it should be good. So 10 crores is my target.
Sorry, Vikram sir, on the top also there's some black patch. Maybe we
Yeah.
can just restrict that.
Okay, is it fine now?
Yes,
No,
yes,
sir. Yes.
Okay. So now we are coming down to, okay. So I decided to build a financial portfolio and my target is 10 crores. Now I have decided the time period also. In next 10 years, by 2035 November, I should have 10 crores in my portfolio so that I live comfortable. How much is the bifurcation? How much is in real estate, or how much is in mutual funds, or how much is in equity, or how much is in debt? That we'll decide later. But overall, as a my investment portfolio should have 10 crores in 10 years. That is the aim. As I told you, basically there are four assets like equity, debt, commodity, real estate. Crypto we are not covering because crypto we have a limited knowledge. We are still exploring and it's also unregulated. So that's why we are not covering crypto. But apart from crypto, equity, debt, commodity, real estate, everything we are going to cover in our session. And you're going to get in-depth knowledge about all these assets, including real estate. What are the different ways to invest in real estate? Whether it's a farmland, whether it's a REIT, whether it's a INVT or real estate mutual fund, all these things we are going to discuss one by one in the next 10 12 sessions. Basically, what we are going to cover in the whole series is your debt investments like PF, NPS, and your equity investments. Mutual can be both debt and equity, like what are the types of mutual funds, how mutual funds works, and SIF, especially the specialized investment fund. It's a new class of investment, how it's going to work. And especially ETF is taking a lot of attraction. How ETF work, how much money should be invested in ETF, what are the different ways to invest in ETF, gold, silver, all this thing, everything is we are going to cover, including real estate in next 2 to 3 sessions. Till now, Are we all clear with our goal or our target or our plan of action? Can we see some answers? Any questions so far? Our foundation is clear. What we are going to do, how we are going to do, and how we are going to build a portfolio. Okay, so we should see some examples how it is done uh, in the past, or how it has to be done, and what are the steps required, and what are the few important things we should keep in mind to achieve these goals. To explain this, we have a special guest today, my one of my friend, Mr. Amresh. Amresh, you can switch on your video and say hi.
Hey, hi guys. Good afternoon.
Great, great. Thanks, Amresh, for joining. Uh, I'm really inspired by your recent, goal achievement. And when I heard you, uh, I think you're the right person to address our audience, to share your experience, how you created your goal, and in the last year or in the process, how you achieved your goal. If you can, share, it will be great. Uh, Over to you,
True,
Amresh.
true. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Vikram, for inviting me. It's always pleasure to